What's going on YouTube? Splice Citrus here, and today I'm actually going to be bringing you a Honkai Impact 3rd video. So, as of today, Thursday, July 8th, we have a Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact 3rd crossover event. And so we have Fischl as a obtainable and playable character in the game now. And it's actually a lot of fun. And then we also have Kaching as an event playable character. However, you cannot unlock her permanently, at least not yet. During the story mode, you can also play as Klee, air quotes. The way they portray Klee in this game uses the abilities of a different battle suit. Valkyrie is what they call them in this title. But yeah, what they're doing right now is they're hosting an event, trying to get players interested in this game, of course. So if you're interested in Genshin Impact, you may be interested in this game. It's another anime kind of style gameplay, combat, level up your characters. It's not open world like Genshin Impact is, but there's still plenty to do. This game has been around for at least a few years, 3 or 4 years now. I've been playing it off and on pretty much since release. But yeah, so here's the event list. So here we've got the invite of Ververtelung, and so far it looks like there's been just over 1 million players have joined since this crossover event has started. If you do decide to start playing this game, you can use my invite code here, and it'll help us get, we'll both get rewards for using that code. And they have special items to help boost new players exclusively right now. But anyways, this is going to be just a quick overview of the game. Honkai Impact 3rd here. As you can see, they're always running all sorts of events. They do have a battle pass, just like Genshin does. I've already completed a lot of the levels. It is pretty much the same pay scale as Genshin Impact. They actually released a new 3rd tier called Paladin here. I think that's about the equivalent of 25 or 30 bucks. I'm not entirely sure. But the Knight one is about 20 bucks or so-ish. The Vanguard is $10 or so. Or no, the Vanguard is free, excuse me. The Knight is 10 bucks. Paladin is, I think, 20 bucks. There's all sorts of in-game materials and resources for this title. Like I said, it's been around for quite a few years, so it's quite complex, honestly. Anyway, let's keep on moving along here. We've got our stamina, which is just like resin in Genshin Impact. It replenishes over time, and you have to use this to do most activities. However, unlike Genshin Impact, you will not use this to gain gear, really. Most, of course, just like Genshin Impact, a lot of the best gear in the game is obtained via the in-game currency known as gems, or crystals, crystals in this title, which is basically the equivalent of primo gems. Then you've got your coins here, kind of the equivalent of Mora. However, you also have, what are these? B coins, B chips, another type of currency. These are what you actually use to buy the battle pass. The battle pass costs like 1,250, I think, B chips. So it's just a little, yeah, it's right around 20 bucks or so. They've got outfits in this title, all sorts of skins, bundles, of course, top up. You can buy straight up crystals if you want. You can buy the B chips. B chips are used for more like the materials and stuff like that, whereas the crystals are used pretty much mostly for pulling new characters and new gear. So let's get into the characters. They call them Valkyries or battle suits, And there's all sorts of different types. Here we've got a kind of like a claymore user. We've got a katana user here. Here you can see too what type of damage they deal. So this is a lightning damage character. This is physical, so on and so forth. There's different types. As you can see, there's different backgrounds. So this is a mecha type character, and mecha type is super effective against, I believe, bio type enemy units. And then bio is the orange background, and bio is, I can't remember exactly how it all plays out, but this is psychic with the purple background. Psychic is super effective against mecha, and then we've got quantum, which is basically normal effectiveness to the psychic, mecha, and bio types, and then it's super effective against other quantum type enemies. As you can see here, this is actually a polearm scythe style character. Another great sword. This is a cross character. We've got fist weapons for some of these characters here. Another scythe character. We have ranged characters as well who use pistols. So yeah, as you can see here, we've got, let's just take a look at this character here. So you've got the weapon, of course. This is a scythe style character. Obviously you can only equip one weapon at a time. You can level it up, cost resources, of course. And then you have what are called stigmata, which is, I guess, what I would compare to artifacts in Genshin Impact. There's all sorts of different stigmatas, and it does help you. It makes it a little more beginner friendly with the top pick notifications there. That way you can kind of get a better idea. Okay, this stigmata is going to be good for this character. Let's go back here, and then of course I've got the Irene Adler set. This is a full set, and so there's a 2-piece bonus and a 3-piece bonus for equipping the same set piece stigmatas. And then you have your skill tree. So then you've got, you use coins quite a bit for skill up. There's also another resource, there are a couple other resources that you use for ranking up your skills. And you also can only rank up certain skills by further increasing the strength of your battle suits, or your Valkyries, and you do that by obtaining more and more fragments. So currently I am at S rank 2. I have 0 out of 25 fragments to rank up again. The more stronger, I guess, a battle suit is, the harder the fragments are to come by. You can wait and pull on their banner and get fragments that way. Occasionally you might find them in the shop where you can buy them for crystals and stuff like that. They go up to triple S rank. Some battle suits start at rank A, which, if I go all the way over here, Official actually starts at rank A, which is kind of underwhelming. And Official is also the first bow type character in the game, and I believe the banner for her and her weapon and stigmata set are hopefully releasing tomorrow on Friday, but currently, otherwise, yeah, this little worthless bow is the only thing you can use on her right now, which is really, really underwhelming. But she is fully geared out in the event story mode that they released for this crossover event, so she actually is a lot of fun to play. Pretty similar play style to Genshin Impact. You can use her attack to place Oz on the battlefield, and you can swap her out and Oz will actually stay, just like Genshin Impact. But this game does play a bit differently than Genshin Impact does. So there are actual like combos and stuff like that you can perform using their basic attack. You can tap once, tap and hold the second attack, and then tap 2 times. It depends on the character, really. Tap and hold just one time from not attacking at all. The very first attack you do if you tap and hold is considered a charge attack. Some characters have a resource that builds up by doing basic auto attacks, and then once that resource is full, then you want to launch a charged attack to make it more powerful, or it does a special effect, so on and so forth. But here we can see some of the clothing here. A lot of this stuff gets locked behind either an event or some sort of banner. They usually do clothing banners for a lot of these characters. But yeah, those are the Valkyries here. Equipment screen, get your weapons. This is where you would like rank them up and stuff like that, make them more powerful. You get your Stigmata, which of course you can also rank up as well, cost materials. Here you've got your just basic supplies. You've got EXP chips you can only use if you're under level 80. It gives you a 50% bonus for XP. Level up your captain rank a little bit quicker. These are used for replenishing stamina, and this is just a get some coins. This is the other resource used for leveling up skills. It's called Advanced Skill Material. You'll need plenty of that as you'll get better Valkyries. Got your fragment screen here, so you can always kind of check on how many fragments you've got, how many more you need, so on and so forth. So they also have pets, so to speak, in this game, except these pets are actually useful. They're called elves. They've got a handful of various different elves depending on what you're trying to do. This is an ice support elf. We got lightning support, physical support, fire, ice damage and ice support, physical damage and shield break, and then we just got a heal and support. This elf is actually free. Each elf has their own banner. It's a little bit cheaper than crystal consumption wise versus pulling for a Valkyrie or their best in slot gear. But I don't know, I just haven't really pulled on the elf banners very much at all. But yeah, this game can get quite a bit more spendy than Genshin Impact, honestly, just because of the complexity. Like I said, you've got your elf banner, you've got your battlesuit banner, you've got your gear banner, which includes the weapon, the best in slot weapon, as well as all 3 stigmata, and yes, you can obtain duplicates. And the pity each time, of course, is I believe it's like 70 pulls for a limited run banner. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the banners here. Alright, here we go, come on. Technical difficulties, apparently. Here we go. So normally there's a lot more banners in this. Right now, since today is the release of 4.9, the crossover event, they took a bunch of the limited run banners out. And like I said, I do believe they are putting the new ones back into rotation here tomorrow. But here we've got, this is just a dorm supply, really basic, very large pool of Valkyries and items. It's great for starting out. Definitely wouldn't recommend it if you've been playing it for a while, unless you're gonna actually hit this pity. There's, of course, some really great Valkyries in here. The Hersher of Reason, super strong. Hersher of the Void is very strong as well. But it takes 2,000 crystals for a 10 pull, 200 for a single, and then you've also got dorm cards that you can obtain in various ways. Then you've got the equipment, also costs 2,000 crystals for a 10 pull. Has its own different supply card there. And then we've got the focused supply, which is just gear. So, like yesterday, for example, before they pulled the limited run banner, the Valkyrie battlesuit that actually used this gear for their best in slot, you could have pulled on that Valkyrie. It was 2,800 crystals for a 10 pull. And then once again, it's got its own card as well. And then they also have a focused B, which a different character uses these materials here, the 3 stigmatas, and the weapon. And it makes it a little bit more beginner friendly too. You can click on the banner and you can see what drops, like what you're pulling for. You can tap on the weapon. Well, who's this best on? Do you have this unit? If not, probably don't want to pull on it. Then they usually have an elf banner here. I believe it's 1,500 crystals for a 10 pull on the elf supply. One thing that's different from Genshin Impact is that the limited run banners, so if like Hersher of the Void had her own limited run banner, for example, over here, not on the dorm supply, but her own limited banner, the pity, I believe, is set to 70 for the first time. And then after that, though, if you do not get her on the banner, or any other S rank for that matter, the next limited banner that comes around, your pity is reset entirely. Each banner has its own hard pity, and it does not carry over from banner to banner like on Genshin Impact. If you try to pull for Eula, for example, on the last banner, or Klee. No, Klee was the last banner. If you try to pull for Klee and you got 70 pulls in, for example, and then rolled over into the Kazuha banner, your pity would not be at 70 in Honkai Impact. Your pity resets to 0 for the next limited banner, which kind of sucks, honestly. I really like that that part about Genshin Impact, but yeah. So those are the banners. Like I said, it can get quite spendy because you've got different characters to pull, and then their gear is harder to come by because you've got the best in slot stigmatas. You need one of each type, and you need the weapon. Whereas Genshin Impact, you just need the character and the weapon. Whereas, obviously, as we know, the Genshin Impact weapon banner is a little less than fair for sure. There's no 50-50. There's no guarantee. Although the pity on the Genshin Impact weapon banner is lower than the character banner, which is nice. Here in the Armada, this is basically like your guild screen. You can join guilds in this game, of course. They call them Armadas. Can do all sorts of different things here. You can submit commissions, which basically just consumes some pretty basic materials that you can definitely expend, and then you get a reward lotto pool basically for every day. So you want to submit your 8 commissions daily to get the best reward chance possible. Contributions, you get rewards every single week. Warehouse, you can actually request items here. You can request whether it's a gold consumable to refill your coins, or if you need a specific fragment for a Valkyrie to try to rank it up, you can request that here, and your guildmates can help you out. You also have your Armada shop, and then every so often, once or twice a week, there's something called Sim Battle, which you get to fight 3 different bosses and use some trial battle suits, some trial Valkyries, so that way they're already equipped, and you can try them out to see if you really like their playstyle. Like I was saying, each Valkyrie, they've got different weapon types. There's melee and ranged, and each one has a different playstyle. There's also this Lance character. I almost forgot about those. There's a few Lance characters in the game, and each weapon type has a totally different playstyle. So you got great sword characters. These are gun or laser style characters here. You've got your sword characters, you got your pistol characters, fist weapons, so on and so forth. And then furthermore, you also have support type battle suits, and you've got just basically straight up DPS battle suits as well. So you can kind of build your party as you need, and yeah, you've definitely got a lot of choices here. Like I said, this game has been out for quite some time, so definitely a lot going on. If we go into the attack, we've got story mode, and there are a lot. Especially as a newcomer, you're not going to run out of stuff to do for quite some time. And then there's expeditions to get character fragments down here. We've got somewhat of an open world-ish, and there's actually 3 different maps here. So, plenty of stuff to do there. These give you tasks. You can do up to 5 tasks 3 times a week, and those tasks reward various rewards. As you're picking your tasks, you'll be presented with 3 choices, and you can refresh that list 15 times for free. Every refresh after that costs 5 crystals each, but you can earn character fragments, weapon level up materials, stuff like that. But this area is kind of open world-ish to a limit. Obviously there are constraints, but you do get to kind of run around in a open world type setting to an extent. Material event, these are a daily thing. These are used to gain like level up materials here, weapon level up materials, and stigmata level up materials. Gold pins are used for your elves, as well as to purchase certain items in the shop, and you can also get weapons over here by doing the boss, the weekly boss here. Challenge mode. So we've got what they call the Memorial Arena. Go into here, or this is the this is the Memorial Arena. You got a list of 3 bosses here. They have 5 different levels of difficulty. Each level you pass, it gets harder and harder. They get more HP. You get rewards based on your performance, on your overall score, every week. And then also your Valkyries get locked to these bosses. So whatever Valkyrie you use, so like these 2, for example, these characters are locked. I can't use them on these 2 bosses, for example. I can't use those Valkyries for these 2 bosses, so on and so forth. The gear also gets locked. So if you have a weapon you like to use, like if there's a scythe weapon that you like to use on one Valkyrie, and you want to use it on another scythe-wielding Valkyrie for a different boss, can't do that. Same thing with Stigmata. It gets locked. This is actually... it's called Super String Dimension for me. It looks like a little bit different screen than what it would be for you as a newcomer. For you, it would be called the Abyss, basically. And that refreshes... I think 3 times a week, and then you go through different waves and floors of enemies, and the better you do, the higher your score, and the higher your score will either promote you to the next rank, or you'll just stay at your current rank, and then if you do not perform well or not at all, you will possibly actually get demoted. So lots of nice rewards in there, lots of crystals, Universal Mirage, different 4 different types. We got physical damage, lightning damage, fire, and ice. And then you get materials in here to forge new items and stuff like that, new stigmatas. So very useful. You can actually get some really nice stigmatas by farming these materials and then creating them. So definitely worth your time doing that. And then we've got character trials. Here you can earn focused supply cards, so very helpful as well. And then we've got, of course, the event page. So we got the trial play. This is for level 80 plus weapons, so you can't actually unlock these until you hit level 80, and you'll be given the choice, what they call breakthrough, to go, I believe it's like up to level 88, which is why my Abyss section is now called Super String Dimension rather than the Abyss. So I finally decided to move on to increase my level cap here. But yeah, there is a lot going on in this game. If you'd love to see some gameplay videos in regards to this game, see what the combat system is like, showcasing some of the Valkyries in the game, let me know down in the comments. I'd definitely be happy to make some of those videos for you guys. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.